It's been a day of protests across the country as the leadership and members of the Nigeria Labour Congress are out in solidarity with the striking unions of universities. The university unions embarked on the industrial action for different reasons, ranging from funding to welfare and non-payment of salaries and allowances. And here in Lagos, more than 1,000 workers joined the protest by the NLC, demanding that the federal government meet the demands of the striking university workers. And in Ogun State, members of the NLC and affiliate unions there staged a peaceful protest in Abeokuta, the state capital, in solidarity with ASUU and other university unions. State chairman of the NLC, Emmanuel Bankole, who said that the labor leaders want the federal government to respond positively to the demands to save the future of the country. They also condemned the rate at which the federal government gives approval to private universities, while public universities are grossly underfunded.
On tertiary education, we must rise up to this challenge. We must not leave the battle to the university workers alone. All of us as citizens of this country must rise up and rally around university workers. Enough! Enough! So that is why we are on the road to own back our country, to take back our country.
And in Oyo State, organized labor comprising of the NLC as well as the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria occupied the NLC Secretariat in the state capital, Ibadan. The organized labor is agitating against the industrial action embarked upon by the university unions, which has crippled academic activities in the last 5 months. And the situation is no different in Borno State, where the NLC and ASUU have described the federal government's attitude towards the education sector as, quote, a move to destroy the future of young Nigerians, end quote. TVC News correspondent Jesse Tafida reports.
For the past 5 months, university students have been home as a result of the industrial action embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Now, the Nigerian Labour Congress are out on a peaceful demonstration in solidarity with ASUU to press home their demands. Here in Borno State, the NLC insists that the federal government should, as a matter of urgency, sign the proposed agreement to enable students go back to class.
The government is playing politics with education in Nigeria, with university education. It's very, very unfortunate. If government wants this problem to be resolved, in a day or two at most, it will be resolved. We have renegotiated, and as we have used. You think we are enjoying staying 5 months without salaries, 9 months without salaries? No! This is the best we can offer.
Initially, government tried to bring in some faction between the ASUU and the federal government, but the federal government has not told us anything. But in case ASUU have telling us everything, and now we know that where the problem is coming from. I will never prefer staying at home, but I will always stand and fight for our right. We will ensure that the federal government learns to understand that education is not a privilege, but it's a right.
Since we've been in secondary school, primary school, we're having ASUU strike. We must end this now. We are tired of staying at home. What we see that they are not serious with education, because education is our priority.
The NLC had earlier agreed on a 3-level of decisions. First, to go on a nationwide protest. Then, a 3-day warning strike. And if things are not put in place by the federal government, the body will have no other choice than to embark on an industrial action.
It is because they are playing with the strike, with the issue of education in politics. That is why it is up to now. That is why we are now going to engage them drastically to see that they have come back to the negotiation table so that this strike action will come to an end. Our children have been at home for the past 5 months. What ASUU is demanding is nothing that government will say they don't have. If we are to talk of corruption in this country, a single person is going with 80 billion naira.
step taken by the NLC. Nigerians are hopeful that this will compel the federal government resolve all issues to reopen public universities for academic activities to continue. Jesse Tafida, TVC News, Maiduguri.
We'll still remain monitoring the situation in Borno State. Correspondent Jesse Tafida is standing by live for us to bring us updates on the NLC and union protests in Maiduguri, the state capital. Hello there, Jesse Tafida. So how would you measure the level of turnout of Labour members and leaders for the protests in Maiduguri?
Thank you very much. The turnout is quite massive. When we went to the NLC Secretariat in Maiduguri this morning, we could see the organized labor and the students' union governments, the ASUU, they came out en masse. In Borno State, because of the insurgency, the security agencies wouldn't allow any protest. So they did their demonstration at the Secretariat of the NLC, and you could see their grievances. You could see the ASUU, the Labour Congress, pouring out their hearts, saying that the government must do something because these children have been home for 5 months and things have been going on and on. And the ASUU are saying that they are tired of renegotiations, series of meetings without any positive results. So they said that they have to go out, they have to voice out what they have to the government for a lasting solution, because the students also said they are tired of doing it.
All right. Of course, it's obvious that you've changed locations now, and you've already established that due to the security situation in Borno State and the need for security officers to be alert. But is it safe to conclude now that the protest in Borno State is over?
Yeah, the protest is over. They came by 8 o'clock, and when it's 10:30, they voiced out their demands. They hold the placards with different inscriptions. And what they are saying, the message has been sent to the government. Government should do something, because NLC are saying that if the government did not respond well, they have no other option than cancel their own services to the nation. So the protest was peaceful because security operatives were there, and they did it at the NLC Secretariat. And when it's 10:30, the closing prayer was said, everyone went back.
While it lasted, just say, what was the impact felt by residents regarding this the strike while it lasted, the protest while it lasted, I should say?
Yeah, there's quite not much impact because the demonstration was done inside the NLC Secretariat. Security operatives were there, and they wouldn't allow them to go out on the protest because Borno State has been suffering continuous insurgency. So he did that in a closed door, and then the residents, they don't feel anything.
All right. Can I also ask what role security operatives played while the protest was ongoing at the State Secretariat of the NLC?
Yeah, of course, security presence was impressive here because they came before 8, because when we went there by 8, security operatives were in ground, the police, the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps were there, the vigilante and other security agencies, they were there. The presence was quite massive, and everything was done in a peaceful manner.
Jesse Tafida, our correspondent, reporting live from Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State. That'll be all for now. Thanks a lot.